Imagine for a moment a life that feels effortlessly aligned with your deepest dreams. A life where your ambitions aren't just distant wishes but real, tangible experiences. A life where you aren't fighting against your mind but instead partnering with it, co-creating a reality where you thrive, grow, and feel fulfilled. This is not just wishful thinking, it's a possibility that exists within reach. The key lies in learning to rewrite your brain. Neuroplasticity is one of the most astonishing discoveries in modern neuroscience. It refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout an individual's life, both in terms of its physical structure and functional organization. Gone are the days when we believed the brain was a static organ, fixed and unchangeable after a certain age. Today we know that the brain remains highly adaptable, and this adaptability empowers us to consciously shape our thoughts, behaviors, and overall experiences. This revelation holds immense potential for transforming our lives and is fundamental to the concept of rewriting our brains to achieve our greatest aspirations. At the heart of neuroplasticity lies the principle that every experience, thought, emotion, and action has the potential to alter our brain. When we think or do something repeatedly, our brain's neurons, the specialized cells that transmit information, begin to form connections with one another. The more we repeat a behavior or thought pattern, the stronger these neural connections become. Think of it like creating a path in a forest. The more often you walk the same route, the more defined the path becomes. Similarly, with each repeated action or thought, neural pathways in the brain become more ingrained, making these behaviors or thought processes habitual. This understanding can be both liberating and intimidating. On one hand, it underscores that our current mindset, habits, and even self-sabotaging beliefs are products of past experiences and repeated thoughts. They aren't permanent. The brain's capacity to change means that if our default thoughts lean towards negativity or self-doubt, we have the power to rewire them. This isn't to suggest that change happens easily or overnight. Just as our original neural pathways were built over time through repetition, creating new, empowering pathways also requires dedication and conscious effort. Consider, for example, someone who has always struggled with self-esteem issues. Perhaps as a child they were exposed to environments that reinforced feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness. Over time, their brain adapted to this narrative, strengthening neural connections that supported thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." Each time they faced a challenge and doubted their ability to overcome it, these negative connections were reinforced. But thanks to neuroplasticity, this same person has the ability to reshape their brain and redefine their self-image. By consistently replacing thoughts of inadequacy with affirmations of strength and capability, they can weaken old neural pathways and forge new, more empowering ones. The process of leveraging neuroplasticity begins with awareness. We must first become mindful of the thoughts and beliefs that dominate our mental landscape. Often these ingrained patterns operate subconsciously, shaping our decisions and emotions without our explicit knowledge. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or reflective journaling, can bring these automatic thought patterns into the light, allowing us to observe them and recognize when they arise. This awareness provides the first opening to interrupt unhelpful thoughts and replace them with more constructive alternatives. Once we are aware of the patterns we wish to change, repetition and emotional intensity are key. Our brains are wired to pay attention to what we repeatedly focus on, especially if it elicits a strong emotional response. For instance, if we want to shift from a mindset of fear to one of courage, we must repeatedly visualize ourselves as confident and successful. We should imagine scenarios where we act boldly and feel the exhilaration of overcoming obstacles. The more vividly we can feel and believe in this new reality, the more likely our brain is to start adopting this new pattern as its default mode. Emotions act as a signal to the brain that what we are focusing on is important, making emotional engagement a powerful tool in the process of neuroplastic change. The impact of neuroplasticity isn't limited to personal development or overcoming negative thought patterns. It extends to skills, behaviors, and even physical abilities. Musicians, for example, demonstrate the extraordinary power of neuroplasticity. When a pianist practices daily, the motor cortex in their brain responsible for hand and finger movements becomes more refined and specialized. Similarly, athletes who repeatedly rehearse movements not only in practice but also through mental visualization can actually improve performance. Their brains adapt to optimize these repeated actions, illustrating how both physical and mental practice contribute to neural growth. Yet it's important to acknowledge that neuroplasticity isn't always beneficial. The same mechanism that allows us to create positive change can also work against us if we're not careful about the patterns we reinforce. Habits of chronic stress, negative self-talk, or addiction also take root in the brain through repeated exposure. This is why consciously choosing what we feed our minds and focusing on what we want to manifest is so crucial. Just as we can condition our brains to respond with confidence, we can unintentionally condition them to respond with fear or anxiety. The beauty of neuroplasticity lies in its universal applicability. It doesn't matter how old you are or how entrenched your habits may seem, the potential for change is always there. While it's true that younger brains are generally more malleable, adults retain a significant capacity for brain remodeling. It simply requires focused, deliberate practice and sometimes more patience. This process is often facilitated by techniques like visualization, positive affirmations, and exposure to new experiences, all of which encourage the brain to lay down new pathways and reduce reliance on outdated ones. In essence, understanding neuroplasticity offers a profound sense of hope and empowerment. It reminds us that we are not victims of our circumstances or biology. We have the ability to consciously direct our mental energies to create a life that aligns with our truest desires. By committing to the daily practice of reshaping our thoughts and embracing new ways of thinking, we can literally transform our brains to support a more vibrant, fulfilling reality. The journey may require effort and persistence, but the results can be life-changing, proving that the life we dream of is not only possible but within our grasp. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful, and they have a far more profound impact on our lives than most of us realize. From the way we perceive our environment to the actions we take or choose not to take, our thoughts shape the reality we experience. This process is deeply rooted in the functioning of our brain, and it's all about how neural pathways are formed and reinforced. Understanding the way our thoughts shape our reality starts with comprehending the intricate workings of our mind. The brain is a vast network of neurons, interconnected cells that transmit electrical and chemical signals. When you have a thought, neurons communicate through synaptic connections, creating a pathway. When a thought is repeated frequently, this pathway becomes stronger, making it easier for the brain to traverse it again in the future. It's as if you are walking through a grassy field. The more you walk along the same route, the clearer and more defined the path becomes. In this way, our repetitive thoughts create well-trodden paths in the brain, forming mental patterns that influence how we interpret and react to the world around us. If you constantly think self-critical or negative thoughts, for instance, those neural pathways become stronger, and your brain becomes accustomed to interpreting events through a negative lens. A simple remark from a colleague could then feel like a personal attack, or a minor setback might seem like a catastrophe. The more we reinforce these negative thought patterns, the more we shape our reality into one of doubt, anxiety, and stress. On the other hand, when we consciously choose thoughts that are positive and empowering, we can forge new pathways that lead to a more optimistic and resilient mindset. In essence, our consistent thoughts create a framework through which we view the world, and subsequently how we act within it. Consider how this plays out in real-life scenarios. Imagine someone who has repeatedly told themselves they are not good at public speaking. Over time, this thought becomes a strong neural pathway, and the brain begins to automate this belief. As a result, every time they are faced with a public speaking opportunity, their mind conjures feelings of anxiety and reinforces the belief that they will fail. The brain, ever efficient, is simply following the well-worn path. This leads to avoidance, or if they do attempt to speak, a performance colored by nervousness and self-doubt. This reaction reinforces their belief, and the cycle continues. However, the potential for change lies in recognizing this cycle and intentionally creating a new one. By consciously replacing thoughts of "I am bad at public speaking" with affirmations like "I am capable of communicating my ideas confidently," we can begin to weaken the old neural pathway. The brain will start to lay down new connections, making it easier to believe in our abilities over time. Visualization exercises, where a person vividly imagines themselves speaking calmly and effectively, can further strengthen this new belief. Through repetition and focus, the brain eventually begins to shift its default response from fear to confidence. This principle applies not just to self-doubt, but to all areas of life, including how we view success, relationships, health, and personal growth. If someone constantly focuses on thoughts of scarcity, like there's never enough money, their brain will search for evidence to support this belief. They may overlook opportunities for financial growth, subconsciously make decisions that keep them in a cycle of lack, or misinterpret situations in ways that affirm their scarcity mindset. But if they make a deliberate effort to focus on abundance, thinking thoughts like "there are opportunities all around me," their brain will begin to filter reality differently. They may start noticing new opportunities, feel more inspired to take action, and make decisions that open doors rather than close them. Another powerful aspect of how thoughts shape our reality lies in our body's physiological response to thinking patterns. The mind-body connection is real, and our thoughts have a direct influence on our physical well-being. When we engage in stressful or fearful thoughts, the brain signals the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This response is part of the body's fight or flight mechanism, which is useful in short bursts, but detrimental when activated chronically. Over time, consistently engaging in anxious or negative thinking can lead to physical ailments such as high blood pressure, weakened immune function, or digestive problems. On the flip side, thoughts of gratitude, love, or peace trigger the release of hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, chemicals that boost our mood and promote healing and relaxation. This mind-body connection illustrates that our thoughts don't just impact our emotional well-being, but can literally shape our physical reality. When we're trapped in negative thought cycles, we not only limit our potential for success, but also compromise our health. Conversely, by fostering positive, constructive thoughts, we can improve both our emotional and physical well-being, creating a holistic sense of harmony. One of the most effective ways to harness the power of thought is through practices like affirmations and visualization. Affirmations are positive statements that help us reframe our thoughts and reinforce new neural pathways. They should be repeated regularly with genuine feeling and belief. For example, replacing "I can't do this" with "I have the skills and resilience to succeed" sends a clear message to the brain, encouraging it to create connections that support this new belief. Over time, this practice shifts our internal narrative, transforming how we perceive challenges and opportunities. Visualization is equally potent. When we vividly imagine ourselves achieving a goal, our brain responds as if the experience is real. The neural circuits activated during the visualization are the same ones engaged when we actually perform the activity, making visualization a powerful tool for mental rehearsal. Athletes, for example, use this technique to enhance performance, visualizing every movement and feeling of winning. This mental practice primes the brain for success and increases the likelihood of achieving the desired outcome in reality. The takeaway here is that we have immense power over how we experience life. By consciously choosing to think thoughts that uplift and empower us, we can create a brain that supports a reality filled with growth, possibility, and fulfillment. The brain doesn't make value judgments about our thoughts, it simply reinforces what we focus on. So it's up to us to direct our mental energy toward thoughts that create the reality we desire. This ability to shape our inner and outer world is one of the greatest tools we possess, and it all starts with the simple, yet profound, power of a single thought. Visualization is a powerful technique that taps into the brain's ability to transform our goals and desires into reality. At its core, visualization is the practice of vividly imagining specific outcomes or experiences, engaging all the senses to make these images as real as possible in your mind. This is not just daydreaming or wishful thinking, rather, it is a deliberate mental exercise grounded in science. Visualization helps create a mental blueprint for success, priming the brain to recognize and seize opportunities that align with our aspirations. By understanding how visualization works and employing it regularly, we can significantly increase the likelihood of achieving the life we want. The science behind visualization lies in the brain's remarkable capacity to respond to imagined experiences almost as vividly as it does to real ones. When we vividly imagine a situation, our brain activates many of the same neural networks involved in experiencing the event in reality. This phenomenon is due to a concept known as neural mirroring. For example, if you were to close your eyes and imagine yourself taking a walk on a beach, feeling the warmth of the sun, hearing the waves crash, and smelling the salty ocean air, your brain would react in a way that closely mirrors the experience of actually being there. The more detailed and emotionally engaging the visualization, the more convincing it becomes to the brain. This mental rehearsal has profound implications for performance, goal achievement, and even personal transformation. High-performing athletes and successful individuals have long understood and used the power of visualization to their advantage. An Olympic sprinter, for instance, might visualize every stride of their race, the sensation of crossing the finish line, and the roar of the crowd. This mental practice primes the brain and body to execute these movements more efficiently when it matters most. Studies have shown that athletes who use visualization improve their performance nearly as much as those who physically train, because their brains have already rehearsed the winning moves. But how does this apply to our everyday lives? The truth is, whether we're pursuing professional goals, personal aspirations, or new habits, visualization can serve as a powerful catalyst for success. It works because the brain is incredibly adept at filtering information and prioritizing what is deemed important. This process is managed by a part of the brain known as the reticular activating system (RAS). The RAS acts as a filter, sifting through the vast amounts of sensory information we encounter every day and bringing to our attention only what aligns with our current focus or beliefs. When we visualize a specific outcome repeatedly, we signal to the RAS that this outcome is important. In response, the RAS begins to filter information and highlight opportunities or resources that can help bring our vision to fruition. If, for example, you are visualizing a successful career as an entrepreneur, your brain will become more attuned to relevant opportunities, connections, or ideas that can support your business goals. What might have previously seemed like an inconsequential conversation or a random piece of information suddenly becomes a potential stepping stone, all because your mind is primed to notice it. Moreover, visualization can have a profound effect on our confidence and motivation. When we see ourselves succeeding in our mind's eye, our brain starts to believe in our ability to achieve those goals. This belief boosts our self-confidence and reduces the anxiety that often comes with stepping outside our comfort zones. Imagine someone preparing for a job interview. By visualizing themselves confidently answering questions, making a strong impression, and receiving a job offer, they can reduce nervousness and perform better when the actual interview takes place. This mental rehearsal creates a sense of familiarity, making the real experience feel less intimidating. Another compelling aspect of visualization is its ability to shift our emotional state. Emotions play a crucial role in how effective visualization can be. It's not enough to simply picture a goal or experience, we must also engage with the feelings associated with that vision. If you're visualizing a dream vacation, for instance, feel the joy, excitement, and relaxation that come with it. When you deeply connect to the emotions of your visualization, you amplify its impact on your brain. This is because emotions signal to the brain that an experience is significant, thereby strengthening the neural pathways associated with that vision. Yet for visualization to be truly effective, it must be practiced consistently and with intention. It's not about spending a few minutes daydreaming and hoping for the best. Visualization is a skill that, like any other, requires regular practice and refinement. Set aside dedicated time each day, even if it's only 5 to 10 minutes, to immerse yourself in your mental images. Create a quiet space where you won't be interrupted, close your eyes, and engage all your senses in your visualization. If your goal is to land your dream job, imagine the entire experience, from confidently walking into the office, to the handshake with your potential employer, to the feeling of excitement as you hear the words "you're hired." The more sensory details you include, the more real and convincing your visualization becomes to your brain. It's also beneficial to combine visualization with action. While visualization helps prime your brain for success, taking tangible steps toward your goals is crucial. Think of visualization as the mental preparation that sets the stage for inspired action. By visualizing consistently, you lay the groundwork for opportunities to present themselves, but you must also be ready to act when they do. If you've been visualizing yourself as a successful author, for example, take steps like writing daily, networking with other writers, or submitting your work to publishers. Visualization without action remains a mere fantasy, but when paired with effort, it becomes a powerful strategy for achieving real-world results. Critically, visualization is not a one-size-fits-all technique. Some people may prefer guided visualizations, while others may find that writing down their visualizations in a journal enhances the experience. Experiment with different approaches and discover what resonates with you. And remember, setbacks and challenges will still occur, but a strong practice of visualization helps you maintain focus, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your ability to achieve your dreams. In summary, visualization is a transformative tool that harnesses the brain's natural capacities to turn thoughts into reality. By vividly imagining and emotionally connecting with your goals, you can create a mental environment that supports success and opens the door to new possibilities. It is a practice that can elevate your mindset, sharpen your focus, and set you on a path to the life you desire. With consistency and determination, your visions can guide you from where you are to where you want to be, making your dreams not just possible, but inevitable. Affirmations are more than just positive words. They are powerful tools that can help reprogram the subconscious mind and pave the way for meaningful, lasting change. At their essence, affirmations are statements that affirm a desired belief or outcome. When repeated consistently and with conviction, they can replace old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. The principle behind affirmations is rooted in the understanding that the subconscious mind, which governs much of our behavior and decision-making, is impressionable and highly receptive to repeated, emotionally charged messages. By using affirmations, we can shape our mental landscape to support our goals, self-esteem, and well-being. Our subconscious mind operates based on patterns and beliefs that have been programmed throughout our lives. These patterns are often formed in childhood, based on our environment experiences and the messages we receive from people around us. If you were told, for instance, that you weren't good enough, or that success was out of reach, those beliefs could have become deeply embedded in your subconscious, affecting your actions and self-worth well into adulthood. Because the subconscious mind doesn't analyze or rationalize, it accepts repeated statements as truth, whether or not they are objectively accurate. This means that if you've spent years reinforcing negative beliefs, they've likely become your subconscious default settings. Affirmations serve as a way to overwrite these negative patterns by introducing new, positive beliefs. The key to making affirmations effective lies in repetition, emotional intensity, and consistency. The more you repeat an affirmation, the more you send a signal to your subconscious that this belief is important. Over time, just as water erodes rock, consistent use of affirmations can wear down the old, limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. But it's not just about repeating words mindlessly to truly reprogram the subconscious. Affirmations must be felt and believed. Saying I am worthy of love and success without feeling its truth won't have a significant impact. The subconscious mind is more responsive to statements that evoke a genuine emotional response. So as you practice your affirmations, it's crucial to imagine and feel the reality of the statement as if it were already true. To understand how affirmations work on a neurological level, it helps to consider the role of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, underpins the process of changing beliefs and thought patterns. When you repeat an affirmation, your brain starts to form new pathways that correspond to that belief. With continued practice, these pathways become stronger, and your brain becomes more accustomed to thinking in ways that align with the affirmation. For example, if you habitually tell yourself, I am confident and capable, your brain will gradually integrate this belief, making confidence a more natural and accessible part of your identity. This process is similar to learning any new skill. Just as practicing a musical instrument creates neural pathways that enable you to play with ease, affirmations create mental pathways that support positive self-concepts. Affirmations can be tailored to address various areas of life, from self-worth and relationships to career success and health. The key is to make them specific, present tense, and positive. An affirmation like I am thriving in my career and attracting abundant opportunities is powerful because it frames the statement as if it is already happening. This is crucial because the subconscious mind responds best to the present tense. If you were to say, I will be successful, the mind registers it as something that will happen in the future, not something that is true right now. By framing affirmations in the present tense, you help your subconscious mind accept them as current reality, accelerating the process of change. In addition to being specific in present tense, effective affirmations should also resonate with you on a deep level. If an affirmation feels inauthentic or too far removed from your current reality, your subconscious may resist it. In such cases, it's helpful to start with affirmations that feel more believable and gradually work your way up. For instance, if you struggle with self-love, starting with I am open to learning how to love and accept myself might feel more authentic than I completely love and accept myself. As your subconscious starts to accept the more moderate affirmation, you can transition to stronger, more definitive statements. The idea is to build a foundation of belief that can support even the most ambitious affirmations over time. It's also important to recognize that affirmations work best when combined with action. While repeating affirmations can set the mental stage for change, taking steps that align with your new beliefs is essential. If your affirmation is I am healthy and full of energy, it's important to also engage in behaviors that support health, such as exercising, eating well, and getting enough sleep. Affirmations prepare the mind, but action brings the vision to life. Together, they create a powerful synergy that accelerates transformation and reinforces new neural pathways. Another valuable practice is to use affirmations as part of a daily ritual, such as saying them in the morning or before bed. This creates consistency and helps to reinforce the new beliefs. Many people find it helpful to write down their affirmations or even place them in visible areas, like on a bathroom mirror or a vision board. This constant exposure reminds you of your intentions and keeps your subconscious mind focused on your goals. Furthermore, speaking your affirmations aloud can enhance their impact. The act of vocalizing your beliefs engages more of your senses, making the experience more immersive and memorable. Visualization can further amplify the power of affirmations. As you repeat your affirmations, try to visualize what it would look and feel like for them to be true. If your affirmation is about achieving financial abundance, picture yourself living in that reality, what kind of house you'd live in, the activities you'd enjoy, and the peace you'd feel knowing your finances are secure. This combination of affirmations and visualization makes the practice more dynamic and helps your subconscious mind create a detailed mental blueprint of your desires. Despite their effectiveness, affirmations are not a magic solution. They are a tool, and like any tool, they require proper use and commitment. It's also normal to encounter resistance, especially when your affirmations challenge deeply rooted beliefs. In those moments, it's crucial to be patient and compassionate with yourself. Change takes time, and the subconscious mind may need weeks or even months to fully embrace new beliefs. Persistence is key, and even small, gradual shifts in thinking can lead to significant transformations over time. In conclusion, affirmations are a potent means of reprogramming the subconscious mind. They help break down limiting beliefs and lay the groundwork for a mindset that supports success, confidence, and happiness. By repeating affirmations consistently, with genuine emotion and intention, you can create lasting change and open the door to a more empowered and fulfilling life. When combined with action and visualization, affirmations become a powerful catalyst for achieving your dreams and living with a renewed sense of purpose and possibility. The concept of acting as if is rooted in the idea that our behaviors and actions can shape our beliefs, emotions, and eventually our reality. This approach suggests that by embodying the qualities, habits, and mindset of the person we want to become, we can actually accelerate the process of transformation. Acting as if is a powerful technique used in personal development, psychology, and even success coaching, and it works by leveraging the brain's ability to align our external actions with our internal beliefs. In essence, when we take action as if we are already successful, confident, or happy, our subconscious mind starts to adopt these characteristics as reality, making it easier for genuine change to manifest. At first, the idea of acting as if you already possess qualities you desire might sound like mere pretense or even deception. However, this technique is more about creating a mental and behavioral state that aligns with your goals. Think of it as a way to signal to your brain that you are ready and deserving of the experiences you desire. Our brains are wired to respond to our behaviors and environments. When we act with confidence, for instance, our brain begins to produce chemicals and activate neural circuits that reinforce the feeling of confidence. The more we practice these behaviors, the more natural and authentic they become, gradually transforming our internal reality. The effectiveness of acting as if is deeply connected to the brain's reliance on patterns and routines. Our actions have a direct influence on our thoughts and emotions, a concept supported by the James Lane's theory of emotion. This psychological theory posits that emotions are often a result of our physical actions rather than the cause of them. For example, if you smile, even if you don't feel particularly happy, the act of smiling sends signals to your brain that elevate your mood. Similarly, if you stand tall, maintain eye contact, and project your voice, your brain interprets these actions as cues of confidence, leading to a genuine feeling of self-assuredness. Consider someone who wants to be a successful public speaker, but is paralyzed by anxiety and self-doubt. If they were to act as if they were already a seasoned, confident speaker, they would start to mimic the behaviors of someone who is comfortable in front of an audience. They might practice standing with a strong posture, making eye contact with listeners, and using gestures that convey authority. Even if these behaviors feel unnatural at first, with time and repetition, they start to feel more genuine. The brain begins to associate the physical actions with a sense of confidence, reducing the anxiety associated with public speaking. What started as an exercise in pretending becomes a reality, as the speaker actually becomes more confident through the process. The power of this technique is not limited to developing confidence. It can be applied to almost any area of life. If you are striving to become more successful in your career, acting as if you are already a high achiever can influence how others perceive and respond to you. When you adopt the habits and mindset of successful individuals, such as dressing professionally, speaking with conviction, and taking initiative, you send signals not only to your own brain but also to the people around you. This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, where your actions create opportunities that support your vision of success. Moreover, acting as if can help break through the paralysis of fear and indecision. Fear often holds us back from taking action, especially when we feel unprepared or uncertain. By adopting the persona of someone who is fearless and decisive, we can bypass the mental blocks that keep us from moving forward. Even if the confidence feels artificial at first, the act of moving forward in spite of fear can create momentum. This momentum often leads to new experiences, knowledge, and skills that make the confidence real over time. The key is to act before you feel ready, trusting that the feelings of readiness and capability will follow as you gain experience. Another way acting as if is transformative is in the realm of relationships and personal interactions. If you want to be seen as a warm and approachable person, but you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, you can begin by acting as if you are already socially confident. This might involve initiating conversations, offering a warm smile, or engaging in small talk even when it feels uncomfortable. Over time, these behaviors send signals to your brain that override the fear associated with social situations. As a result, you start to feel more at ease and genuinely become more approachable and sociable. The more you embody the traits of the person you wish to be, the more your brain adapts, making these traits a natural part of who you are. Importantly, acting as if does not mean denying your current feelings or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about acknowledging your current reality while choosing to act in ways that align with your desired future. This technique can be especially powerful when combined with self-compassion and a growth mindset. For instance, if you feel nervous before a big presentation, you can acknowledge the nerves but still choose to act as if you are confident and well prepared. By doing so, you're not dismissing your emotions, but rather taking charge of your actions and redirecting your energy toward a more empowering outcome. One of the most inspiring aspects of acting as if is that it gives you a sense of agency over your life. Instead of waiting for circumstances to change or for someone to grant you permission to succeed, you take proactive steps that align with your vision. This sense of agency can be incredibly empowering, reminding you that you have the ability to shape your reality. The more you practice this, the more you develop an inner resilience and resourcefulness, because you've experienced firsthand how your actions can influence your life. For acting as if to be effective, it's crucial to approach it with intention and consistency. It's not about a one-time performance, but about making a sustained commitment to embody the qualities you wish to cultivate. If your goal is to improve your health, for example, you might act as if you are already a healthy person by making choices that reflect that identity, like exercising regularly, choosing nutritious foods, and prioritizing rest. As these behaviors become habitual, your mindset about health shifts, and you start to genuinely value and prioritize your well-being. It's also helpful to remind yourself that change takes time, and it's okay if the process feels awkward at first. Acting as if you are wealthy, for example, doesn't mean spending beyond your means, but rather adopting a mindset of abundance and gratitude for what you already have. You might carry yourself with the calm confidence of someone who knows financial opportunities are within reach, and this mindset can influence the decisions you make, from how you handle your finances to the career opportunities you pursue. In conclusion, acting as if is a dynamic and transformative practice that can propel you toward your goals and desired identity. By behaving in ways that align with the person you want to become, you can reshape your beliefs, override limiting fears, and create a reality that reflects your highest potential. The power of this technique lies in the interplay between action and mindset. As you change your behavior, your mind follows, and as your mind changes, your behavior becomes more natural. It's a cycle of growth that reinforces itself, demonstrating that we have the power to become the architects of our own lives. Through acting as if, you can unlock new possibilities, embrace opportunities, and step boldly into the life you envision. Gratitude is a deeply transformative practice that has the power to shift our mindset, enhance our well-being, and open the door to abundance and positivity in our lives. It may seem simple to feel grateful for the good things that come our way, but the true power of gratitude lies in making it a deliberate and consistent habit, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. When we choose to focus on the things we're grateful for, we effectively rewire our brains to recognize and appreciate the positives in our lives, which can lead to profound and lasting changes in our mental and emotional states. The science behind gratitude is compelling. Neuroscientific research has shown that regularly practicing gratitude activates the brain's reward system, releasing feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals enhance our mood and increase our overall sense of well-being. The more we engage in the practice of gratitude, the more these neural pathways are reinforced, making it easier to feel grateful and happy in the future. This means that gratitude doesn't just make us feel good in the moment, it actually trains our brain to seek out and focus on the positive aspects of our experiences, creating a feedback loop that promotes greater emotional resilience and a more optimistic outlook on life. One of the most fascinating aspects of gratitude is its impact on our perception of the world. Our brains are naturally wired to scan for threats and negative information, a survival mechanism that has kept humans safe for millennia. However, this tendency can lead to a negativity bias where we become hyper-aware of problems, dangers, and disappointments, while positive experiences are often overlooked or quickly forgotten. Practicing gratitude helps counter this negativity bias. By intentionally focusing on what we are thankful for, we teach our brains to notice the good and appreciate the blessings we might otherwise take for granted. This shift in focus can have a ripple effect on all areas of our lives. People who practice gratitude regularly report feeling more content and less stressed, and they are better able to cope with difficult situations. Gratitude provides perspective, allowing us to see the bigger picture and realize that even when things are tough, there is still much to be thankful for. For example, someone going through a difficult time at work might find solace in being grateful for supportive colleagues, the opportunity to learn new skills, or even the simple fact that they have employment in a challenging economy. By shifting their focus from what is wrong to what is right, they can reduce stress and approach their challenges with a more balanced and constructive mindset. In addition to boosting our mental health, gratitude also fosters stronger and more meaningful relationships. Expressing gratitude to others makes them feel valued and appreciated, which in turn strengthens social bonds. When we take the time to acknowledge and thank the people who have had a positive impact on our lives, we deepen our connections and create a sense of mutual respect and trust. Whether it's sending a heartfelt note to a friend, expressing appreciation to a coworker, or simply telling a family member how much they mean to us, these acts of gratitude can make a significant difference in how we relate to one another. People who feel appreciated are more likely to reciprocate with kindness, creating a positive cycle of giving and receiving that benefits everyone involved. Furthermore, gratitude can enhance our ability to attract abundance and success. This is not about manifesting material wealth through wishful thinking, but rather understanding that a grateful mindset can influence how we approach opportunities and challenges. When we feel grateful, we are more open to new experiences and more willing to take calculated risks. We exude a sense of positivity that attracts others, which can lead to networking opportunities, collaborations, and partnerships that we might have missed if we were focused solely on what we lack. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate positivity and appreciation, and this can open doors to personal and professional growth. The practice of gratitude also encourages a mindset of sufficiency, where we recognize that we have enough in the present moment. This does not mean settling for less or becoming complacent, but rather finding contentment in what we have while still striving for more. Many people find that when they practice gratitude, they experience a shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Instead of constantly feeling that they need more to be happy, whether it's money, success, or recognition, they become more content and grounded. Ironically, this sense of contentment often leads to greater abundance because it reduces stress and fosters a clearer, more focused approach to pursuing goals. There are many ways to cultivate a gratitude practice, and it's important to find what works best for you. One of the most effective methods is to keep a gratitude journal, where you write down a few things you're thankful for each day. These can be simple things like the warmth of the sun, a delicious meal, or a moment of laughter with a friend. The act of writing forces you to slow down and really think about what you appreciate, making the experience more intentional and impactful. Over time, you'll likely notice that your mindset begins to shift, and you become more attuned to the positive aspects of your life. Another powerful gratitude practice is a daily reflection ritual. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on the events of the day and identify what you're grateful for. This can be particularly useful on difficult days, as it helps you find silver linings and appreciate even small victories. For example, even if your day was filled with challenges, you might feel grateful for the strength to persevere, the support of a loved one, or the lessons learned. This practice helps reframe your experiences, making it easier to find the good even in adversity. Expressing gratitude directly to others is another highly effective approach. This can be done through face-to-face conversations, phone calls, or written letters. Taking the time to genuinely thank someone not only strengthens your relationship but also boosts your own sense of well-being. Studies have shown that expressing gratitude activates the brain's reward centers and creates a sense of connection and fulfillment. Even if you don't get the chance to express your gratitude to someone directly, thinking about the people and things you are grateful for can still elevate your mood and create a sense of peace. Gratitude can also be a communal practice. Families or groups of friends can share what they're grateful for during meals or gatherings, creating a culture of appreciation and shared positivity. This not only deepens bonds but also encourages everyone to focus on the good, fostering a supportive and uplifting environment. Even in a work setting, teams that regularly express appreciation for each other often experience greater collaboration and job satisfaction. One of the most beautiful aspects of gratitude is its ability to ground us in the present moment. When we practice gratitude, we are not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, we are fully immersed in the here and now. This mindfulness aspect of gratitude can reduce anxiety and increase our sense of peace. Life is full of uncertainties and challenges, but when we anchor ourselves in gratitude, we can find joy and contentment even amidst the chaos. Ultimately, gratitude is a choice, a conscious decision to focus on the blessings in our lives rather than what we lack. It's a powerful reminder that even when life is difficult, there is always something to be grateful for. By embracing this practice and making it a regular part of our lives, we can transform our mindset, improve our relationships, and create a foundation of inner happiness and resilience. Gratitude doesn't just change how we feel, it changes how we live, opening our hearts to the abundance that is all around us.